welcome back to another vlog. I can't believe a week has gone by already and we're nearly into June. In fact, it probably will be June when this goes up. I think as I'm always on the go all the time, each week just kind of rolls into the next. It's madness, but in a good way. If you're new here, my name's Claire. I essentially run a cake making business here in the UK, although I do a whole load of other things as well. And this is my little cake shop that I don't really use as a cake shop anymore, but that's a whole other story. So I'm kind of finishing up for the week. When I say finishing up, I actually mean finishing up in the kitchen. I've got a few more cakes that I want to add, you know, a little bit of extra detail to, so I'll show you those in a minute. And that's about it. I actually started in the kitchen on Sunday to get ahead, and I definitely prefer doing that because it takes a lot of the pressure off near the end of the week. And I am finding that more people are ordering cakes for like Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays rather than it always being at the weekend. I did turn quite a few people away this week for cake orders because sometimes it just gets too much and it's really not worth it for the stress and exhaustion I often suffer with. It's just taking a step back, you know, and there are always like a million and one other jobs to do around here, not just the actual cake making part. So the next few days I want to spend sorting everything out, like going through all my cupboards again, checking what stock I've got, cleaning, and my plants actually. I always show my plants in my vlog, but I'm building up a nice little collection and a lot of them need like repotting and stuff like that. I'm not really a gardener as such, but I'm doing my best and I'm learning. Let's go into the kitchen, shall we? And I can show you what I've been up to. It's quite warm here in the UK at the moment. We're having like a mini heat wave and I'm having to do chocolate cakes, which is not ideal, but keeping them chilled in the fridge. So here's one that I've been working on that needs gold detail. In fact, all of my cakes just need some gold detail and shimmer. And then I've got some more down there, which I will get out in a minute. You have to work fairly quickly in the heat, or either work early in the morning, which, well, I'm not a morning person at all, or later in the evening. But because there are no windows, well, apart from that one, there are no windows in this room, it doesn't get too hot unless of course the oven's been on. So it's actually quite a nice temperature right now. So here are my 3 chocolate cakes. Oh my goodness gracious me, this is like dream. And I'm going to finish them all with some radiant gold edible luster. This really just gives them that extra extra, you know. I love it on Oreos as well because it just makes them stand out and the detail on it. So I just pop that all over the cakes. This one here is a vegan cake. It's going to have some Harry Potter decorations on that one as well. And it can be difficult to find like vegan treats and things to top cakes other than Oreos. I did do a video actually on different biscuits and stuff you can get in the UK that are accidentally vegan. But I've started to make a few of my own things. So on this one, I've got my vegan bourbon brownies and my vegan hokey pokey slice, which is similar to a Rocky Road, except that I made honeycomb, which was very exciting, and put that in it as well. But it's so, so delicious. And I've got a recipe coming up next week for my vegan bourbon brownies. So make sure you keep a watch on my channel for that one. And the last one I have is this cute little panda. He's called Poco the panda. So I'm going to do some photos of my cakes quickly and yeah, then finish up. I think my mum's coming down in a minute. She just called me. She's going to bring me my birthday presents I left at my parents' house last week, and some compost randomly so that I can repot all my plants. So I'm definitely looking forward to a weekend of that. Oh, she's just here now. Happy Friday, everybody. I was planning to do some vlogging out and about today, but honestly, it's so windy outside. It's just not going to happen. So we're staying indoors, which I'm kind of okay with because I pretty much live a hermit life. And I have started on my planting, you'll be pleased to hear, but I have brought it inside. We've got some projects going on. I've repotted like 2 plants so far, which I think is pretty good going. My aim is to turn my little creative space into something really magical and eye-catching that just makes people smile when they walk past. So that's the vision. We've got a lot to do, but I know that it's all going to come together. I remember going to Disneyland when I was like 21. That's what I wanted for my 21st birthday. And when I was there, I was like, wow, this is what I want to create in the world. This is way before I even had my shop. So I took a lot of inspiration from there, and it's all a part of it. The shop is looking good, to be fair. I've got some good ideas for decorations I'm going to put up over the summer, and the outside area is important. But I'm doing what I can with the resources that I have. My mum also bought me this like decorative, how do you say that? Trellis that I can put a like climbing plant on. So yeah, I'll keep you updated with what I'm up to. I'm also really glad that I took a little bit of a step back this week and said no to a few people. It's really hard saying no when you run a business, because not only is it money, which is obviously, very important to keep everything running, you also just want to help people out, and that for me is a big part of my mission. So I would sometimes feel like bad or as if I was letting somebody down by saying no. I guess what I've learned in time is that I'm not letting anybody down, and it's okay to say no to others. Saying no to others and say yes to yourself. And the other thing is that if I constantly say yes to all the demands that are like thrown at me every single day, I never actually achieve some of the things that I want to do and ultimately grow my business. I've got one of those 5-year diaries, which is actually really helpful because I can see where I was at last year. And I read it the other day and I thought, I've got a really good business idea and I'm really excited to start it. And I still haven't started it. I've made a lot of plans, but it's not really quite happened yet. So I'm like, okay, Claire, time to take action on that thing. But if I'm to do so, it does mean that I maybe have to cut back or like stop doing some of the other things that I'm doing, because at the end of the day, we only have so much time and we have to be very careful and mindful in how we actually use and plan out our time. But we also have to get to know ourselves, know what our values are, what we enjoy doing, because it's so easy to fall into what I would call the success trap, where we constantly chase after things thinking that they're going to bring us some kind of fulfillment, but then when we get there we realize it wasn't actually what we wanted at all. And I have definitely done this in the past. So it's important to regularly ask yourself these questions. Is this what I want? And is this something that makes me feel happy? Anyway, this has become a little bit of a pep talk on a Friday. So I will finish up here, clear up my mess, and maybe I'll come back tomorrow and like finish this vlog properly.